Together we're two open hearts. Today we're here to present to you a class that we've taught many, many times called the White Light of Lemuria. And we wanted to bring this forward today because we know the whole world is under a lot of stress right now. Current events have been kind of shocking and stressful. So we wanted to bring forth this energy to anybody who doesn't already have it so they can put another tool in their toolbox for relieving stress and for living a more beautiful, peaceful life.
We hope we find all of you doing well today and safe and hopefully happily contained in your homes.
Yep.
Or out in nature.
So as I mentioned, this is the energy of the White Light of Lemuria that we're presenting. I guess I'm going to make a comment here just so that way everyone joining at any time realizes that. So just 1 second. Excuse me. Okay, perfect. Now that way anyone who joins later can see that, hopefully. So it looks like we've got some people joined. Thank you guys for coming. We're going to be looking at the chats as we go along. So if you have questions, go ahead and shoot them out and we'll try to answer them for you while we're here live. Otherwise, sit down for an hour with us and get this beautiful new energy activated and just find a place of peace. So this is the White Light of Lemuria, and it was an energy I received in 2018 on the Navajo reservation with my friend Garrett Duncan. We were doing ceremony on his family's summer sheep camp, and I connected there with some of the people of the inner earth, and it was through that connection that I was gifted this beautiful energy, because the people of inner earth still carry the Lemurian energy and codes, and they knew that it was time to bring it up for all of us to access and use and be able to heal each other with. Hi, Rick and Sharon. It's nice to see you here. So when, oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say, this energy the planet loves, the trees, the flowers, it's something that we can use to help heal Mama as well as ourselves and others. Other human beings.
Yes, it's really beautiful, and the feedback we've gotten from everyone who's taken it so far is that it feels like the most peaceful light. So it's a beautiful one this time to be filling the land with it, kind of glossing your communities with this beautiful glow to help everyone handle the stress that's going around and just be healthier. When we were getting ready to teach this class, during deep meditation, I was asking, what do I need to do? Who do I need to connect people with so that we can all use it? Because everyone who's drawn to this is definitely, without a doubt, going to be capable of using this energy today. Just want to say that. But when I was doing the meditation and we were hanging out here in our office, just getting all cozy, it was unicorns who came in, and they told us that they are the guardians of the white light. There's literally like a place in inner earth where the white light of Lemuria is managed and continues to glow thanks to the unicorns, and I'm sure many helpers, but the unicorns are the guardians. So today the unicorns are going to work with each and every one of us to connect us to the white light of Lemuria so that we may bring it into our physical bodies. Do you want to talk a little bit about our experiences with unicorns or your experience with them, in case people haven't had unicorn?
I'm drawing a complete blank on unicorns. Right?
What about like our first journeys with them? What kind of energy do they feel like? Did they present themselves to you in any way?
The unicorns are actually just pure love. They are a beautiful energy to work with. And I'm so sorry, I'm having some difficulty with.
I wouldn't worry about it. We'll keep on moving. So the unicorns that came to me, they have a fluffy and soft side, but they have a really serious kick-ass side too. So think of like your most wild stallion running over the hills. They are powerful beings. They are powerful. They run a lot of energy. They run like horses do. They both shine light through their horn, but they just have this beautiful feeling of raw power, really. So they're fluffy and loving, but they are not weak and they are not small. They are very helpful and they're amazing allies to have. And you may find today that this energy that they carry is really intense. Because even though I'd been using the White Light of Lemuria for over a year, when it came time to teach the class, I got a headache from the kind of energy the unicorns were bringing in. So if anybody at home today gets a headache, it's possibly because of this energy download, and it's okay, but there's ways to mitigate it and stop it in its tracks before it takes off. So I'd like to talk about that now, since it might happen during our journey that we're going to do. We're all going to do a journey where we meet our own unicorn guide, and they're going to take us to the White Light of Lemuria. So one of the main things that you can do if you start getting a headache, and it'll be a headache in your head, behind your eyes, or right in the center. It's not usually back on the back end, not in my experience, but if it's in the front, you want to take a few deep breaths, and you want to imagine that there's vents in your skull, right at the bottom of your skull. I guess that are they more in the neck?
They're at the base of your skull, where it joins the neck.
And they're just going to pop open. And that is going to let excess energy that the unicorns are pouring in through our crown chakras to go out before it gets stuck. And some energy will still come through. But my theory as to why we get energy headaches to begin with is because as the energy comes down, when we get activated to a new energy that we've never had before, our pathways are probably open and ready, even if we have no blockages, for the amount of energy we get on a day-to-day basis. But if we get a new blast of something really powerful, they just can't accommodate immediately. So it takes some time for that new energy to wiggle and make all our pathways a little bigger. So sometimes you just have to vent some of it out before then.
Yes.
Sounds good. So I don't want to delay too much in going to our journey, but I want to make sure, because we only have, we'll probably run till 3:10 now that we started a few minutes late. So we have still 40 minutes. Is there any questions so far regarding unicorns or the White Light of Lemuria? And we'll definitely talk more about how to use it, but if you have any questions right now, we are all ears. Or eyes, as I'm looking at the screen. I think we're good so far. I'll wait and see if anything pops up. So, this White Light of Lemuria is an energy that was on the surface of Earth in times past and accessed by everybody. And some places still hold more of the energy. Like, I don't know if you've heard, but the Hawaiian Islands, they hold a lot of Lemurian energy. And so the white light might already even be hovering there before activated in people, because it's a beautiful healing energy. But after Lemuria had fallen or sank, however it ended up transitioning, because Lemuria was a place before the time of Atlantis, in case anyone doesn't know. And it's a place where people were at peace with nature and each other. And there was a lot of love and a lot of harmony in Lemuria. And at one point, it became destroyed, and the people moved around. And I believe that this energy was still available sometime after that act. But then things here on Earth got so dense for a time that we weren't able to access that energy anymore. And so by 2018, everybody had begun raising their vibe, and this the thing of raising their vibe started 100 years ago, started really intensely in 2012 to really amp up. And by 2018, we had all, the human collective, raised up high enough that we were able to access the white light of Lemuria again. And every year and every day, there are new energies that we're able to access because our vibration gets higher. So it's a pretty exciting time, even amongst all this chaos that we're having right now. Oh, let me see. Yes, the question is by Lauren. Are we moving back into a time of love and light and connectedness with nature? Is this a catalyst to push us in that direction? I have been guided by many guides in my own meditations and from people who I deeply trust and their guidance that they've received, that we are actively moving upwards. Our vibes are raising. The collective is growing in light, even though we can't see it right now, and that we are moving towards a time of more connectedness. I know that this current virus, the COVID-19, plays a role, but I'm not positive what role it plays. So maybe if we have time during this live, I can ask the unicorns if they'll channel their perspective on it. I have read a bunch of really beautiful channelings from Ascended Masters and Yeshua about how this is allowing us to see what we need to shine more in our societies, how we can focus on helping each other, and what's really important in life. Making us slow down has been essential in humanity gaining a new focus for our future. But how it will play out yet, I am uncertain. I'm sure beautiful things will come, and we can create a lot of peace from our own embodiments, and we can spread that out to the many. So I have no fears that this is like a doomsday or anything. I just can't say exactly how fast this will help us change to the future we want.
I think this is also a time that's helping Mama Earth as well. There has been satellite photos over China that and the fish have come back into the canals because the waters are clear from the lack of boats traveling in the canals in and around Venice. So there's a lot of healing in many ways going around on Mama Earth as well. So I believe that there will be positive outcomes to a very, very hard thing. This is something that's very hard for everyone in many different ways. But I do believe that there will be some very positive outcomes from it.
Oh, looks like Rick's computer is not getting our live feed, so we'll see. It looks like ours is still going, Rick, so you'll be able to go back and watch the part you missed, hopefully, when you catch this. It'll hopefully catch up. Let me text him that. Ugh, I wish I was better at typing. Oh, for heaven's sakes. Okay. Lauren asked if we could explain exactly who the unicorns are. And so a little more background. Susan and I we do a lot of Reiki healing, we do energetic healing, and we have trained both in different shamanic or traditional techniques. Not super heavily. We've learned some Navajo or Dene techniques, and we have researched from afar other indigenous cultures. And one thing we both love to do is shamanic journeys and connecting with our power animals. And so the unicorns are a race of being that are not human. They are as we depict them, as horses with horns. I have seen them change in my meditation journeys with them. I've seen them come in different colors, but they've always still had the feeling of powerful horse when I've met with them. So they're a race of being that is here on earth and have been here the whole time, but they are not in a physical three-dimensional body at this time, to my knowledge. I believe they're a higher vibration and thus a light body. So in our journeys, we see them, but if we were to be in a room with them, they would be pure energy. I hope this answers that question. Okay.
Also, just so that you're aware, the Pegasus are also, the unicorns and Pegasus are of the same clans, I believe, because we've also encountered unicorn Pegasus and was able to go flying with them. So they come, it is definitely a horse vibration, but they come in many different colors, sizes, shapes, and some winged, some not.
They also tend to lean towards either male or female, although they can be very harmonious in each one of those roles and well balanced.
Yes.
And just in case anyone's not familiar with shamanic journeying, it is getting yourself into a trance with normally drums or crystal bowls, some type of music, traditionally used drums or rattles, and you get yourself into a deep, deep state where you can access your subconscious, you can access your guides, and kind of leave the ego behind for a time, essentially.
Yes.
Okay, and we're going to do a version of that here today. So what our plan is now is to go into a partially guided meditation where I take you to the place where your unicorn will be waiting for you, and then let you go experience that for yourself. Now, in this meditation, you may see everything. You may see and feel everything around you, but you might not. And it's really normal, especially if it's your first type of journeying, to not see everything. So don't get hard on yourself. You may see colors, you may see pitch blackness, but what I want you to focus on is your feeling. What is it that you're feeling? What is it that you're sensing around you? Who is it that you're sensing around you? And just be open to however your mind and body receive this information today. I can promise you that the activation will take place after that. Because if you're here and you're interested in this video and you choose to have the White Light of Lemuria energy activated within you, there's nothing that will stop it. It is a pure, it's an energy of the highest vibration of unconditional love. It is pure benevolence.
Yes, and anything that you see or feel or hear in the journey, or anything that you don't see or hear or feel, is just right for you. We are all very different, and we all perceive and pick things up in a different way, and it's just right. So just allow and have a really good time.
Yes. So if you're able to get in a place that's kind of quiet, that would be ideal. And I did make this available for Rewind, and I'm going to make sure it publishes to our page, so that way if you need to come back later when it's a quiet time, you can do that, or people watching down the line will be able to do this then. And I'm going to leave the same music with hands up to crystal bowls, but I think it's going to be okay. Okay. So what I want everybody to do right now is, first of all, we want to invite in unicorns and pegasi and all of our teams who are working with us every day, who are of the highest vibration of unconditional love. We invite them in to join us on this journey. And we especially invite in our unicorns of the highest vibration of love to come and take us to something we need to see or feel, and then to assist us. So we've set that intention, and we're all going to take 3 deep breaths and just kind of relax our bodies. Relax your feet. Begin relaxing all the muscles up your legs, your thighs, and your hips. Release all the tension and stress from your spine all the way up to your neck. Release any tension you're holding in your abdomen or your chest, your shoulders. Relax your jaw. Release any tension you may be holding in your teeth. Relax your cheeks, your eyes, your forehead. Relax yourself. You begin to feel as though you are in a meadow. It is green here. The grass is soft beneath your feet. You hear the birds in the distance singing beautiful songs. You hear the insects beginning to hustle and bustle, the bees buzzing, an occasional cricket chirp. The sunlight hits your face, and it is beautiful and warm and perfect. You feel the wind gently blow at your hair. In front of you lies a path. Begin to walk on this path. As you walk forward, a little up ahead you see a bridge going over the beautifulest babbling brook. As you make your way to the brook, listen to the water as it gurgles, going over rocks and under them. Do you see any fish jump? Or any birds drink of the water? As you walk over this bridge, the cooling air of the stream wafts up, feels delightful. You continue across the bridge, continuing along the path laid out in front of you. As you wander, you realize you are beginning to leave the meadow behind. You are entering into a forest. Continue on. Notice the earthy smells get stronger. The breeze is less, but the warmth is beautiful here. As you continue, you come around a beautiful big tree, a tree the likes you do not see every day. Its trunk is so wide you cannot even hug around it. It is tall in the sky, and it is captivating and beautiful. As you come around this beautiful giant tree to continue your path, in front of you lies your unicorn. You may hear them whinny. They are here to greet you. They are here for you today. What energy do you feel coming off of this unicorn? Does it feel like a male or female? Do you see any colors? If you choose now, you may ask it its name. You may get a glimpse or a sound. You may not. All is well. As your unicorn gently bows its head, you are encouraged to take a step closer, reach out your hand and touch its mane. And now it is time to ride. Your unicorn invites you to climb atop as it takes you somewhere to share energy, to share truth and knowledge. You may sense this or you may not. All is well. Climb aboard your unicorn and allow them to take you on a journey. I will call you back when it is time. At this time, the unicorns are guiding me that it is time to return to your bodies. So first ask them to take you back to the path, either in the woods or the meadow, and you can continue riding them or walk alongside your unicorn. Make sure at this time that you thank them, for they are here to help us. They are here of love, and it is beautiful to send them love in return. As you continue down the path to where we began this journey, you notice the unicorn is right with you. They are by your side. They will be there whenever you need them. And as you reach your starting place for this journey, it is time now to call back your full self, mind, body, and spirit, into your physical focal point on Gaia, wherever you are right now, into your room, into your chair. Call every facet of you back and slowly begin wiggling your fingers and toes until you are ready to open your eyes. While we are still here in this relaxed place, the unicorns would like us to begin receiving our activation. So I want you to take your hands and have them palm up like this, but you can lay them on your lap, and however it is comfortable for you. The unicorns are guiding me that first we will all activate the right hand. And with your permission, a unicorn is going to gently touch its beautiful shining light horn to your third eye, your heart, and then to your right palm. Take another breath in and allow the unicorns to assist. Notice if you feel any sensations in your right palm as this energy travels up to your heart and back down. Do you feel any tingles, any cool or hot feelings? It does not change it, but it can be fun to get the validation. Now, the unicorns are moving to your left palm, gently touching it with their horn of light. Feel as this energy moves up your palm, up your arm, to your heart. And then, as the unicorn moves its horn away, the energy bursts from your heart back down both your arms and out your palms. Think amplify, amplify, amplify. And now focus on how your palms feel. Focus on the peace that you feel inside and on the love. For those of you who can see energy, I'm going to raise my hands just so you can see it. I can't unless I have my eyes closed. Sometimes I can see it then. But I'm going to really blast some white light of Lemuria from my palms. So anyone who sees has a chance to see it. When I have seen it in my mind's eye, it's kind of like a bright white light. But I've also seen it appear like the rainbow bridge in Thor Ragnarok, where it looks like a piece of white selenite. And I have a piece of that here. Here's a piece of selenite here. And so I've seen the energy look kind of like this stone shiny, but having little bits of rainbow thread in it. But I've also seen it just be filled with light. And selenite is a beautiful stone to activate with the White Light of Lemuria. It fits very well. It holds the resonance really strongly, and it is beautiful. So everyone who's with us and who did the journey and just received your activation, shake your hands out now. And again, we're going to call forth the White Light of Lemuria to come from our palms. Really, it's coming from our heart, but it is also coming through our arms and out our energetic pathways. And if you just barely feel it or can't sense it yet, just think amplify, amplify, amplify. It is there. Hopefully, each and every one of you is already feeling the peace and calm that this energy embodies with it. It's just relaxing and you feel safe when you're in it. Now we're going to talk. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, if anybody is noticing I'm yawning, it's not because of lack of sleep. The energies will make me yawn.
Me as well. The more powerful, the more I'm like,
So if you notice that, it's not, I'm not tired. It's just the energy.
oh, while I did my journey, my unicorn came and took me immediately up. We walked up a thundercloud in a spiral, and we walked up and up and up and up until we were hundreds of miles above Earth. And the whole way there was dark clouds, and it was raining. And what the unicorn shared with me is that this time, this COVID-19 feels like we're in the midst of the deepest, darkest thunderstorm at times. And it's heavy, and it's like, ugh. We're all guided to take shelter as animals would in that sort of storm. But what happens in nature after a storm like that? After literally a rainstorm comes and everybody shelters and takes care of themselves and just in general kind of goes dormant for a while to avoid being out in the cold rain. In nature, once that storm passes, everything blooms. Everything is 10 times more alive than it started, and that is what the unicorns showed me this is doing. We are all taking shelter, taking stock of who and what we are, and the earth is cleansing, and the earth is receiving bombardments of energy from the stars, from our sun, and from beings like unicorns and dragons and angels and even star people. And when we come out of this, it is going to be the most beautiful rainbow. It is going to be the most beautiful sprout. They gave me a beautiful vision of peace and radiating beauty. So I wanted to share that.
In mine, I was shown fields of flowers. So it kind of goes along with what Carissa saw. And they did not show me the storm, but they showed me fields and fields of flowers.
Beautiful. And the unicorn who came to take me on a ride was named Thunder. And so then I have
Nice.
the Imagine Dragon song stuck on my head. So I'm just like, thunder, feel the thunder. Anyway, so hopefully everyone is feeling it. I know you have received this activation of peace and love. And I want to talk about some ways that you can take this new energy and use it. And I want to emphasize that while we have just been able to harness it in our heart and all the way down our arm and out of our palm, and we can certainly go hands-on to another person if we want to heal, if we want to work at their stress or even physical pain. We can either actual hands-on or you can hover in the energy field. We do a lot of our energy healing from 6 inches away just because that's our comfort with it. Feels good to us.
Yes.
But you can just whatever. But the White Light of Lemuria is accessible. I don't fully understand how it works. It's an energy source that now vibrates in Earth. I don't know where the core of it stems, but you can call upon the energy as if it was a conscious being. And I do that all the time. I use this energy every single day. I have 2 others I use also every day, and I have like 3 guides I call on every day, but most of the things I do, I don't do every day, and this is one. I barely go a day, and I've been using it for 2 years, that I don't call on this energy. So if you've had a hard day, if you've had a stressful time, or if you haven't been able to smudge your house in a while, and it holds energies of stress and all that we've been going through, because the items around us, the physical curtains, feathers, walls, floors, they all will start to resonate with the energy we carry. So if we've been really stressed out, the walls and all those will absorb that energy and hold it, which is not helpful for becoming less stressed. So one of my favorite ways to use this energy is I will just sit for a minute and I'll call and I will say, White Light of Lemuria. And I encourage everyone to try this at home right now in the room you're in. White Light of Lemuria.
White Light of Lemuria.
Please fill this room.
Please fill this room
like a swimming pool.
Like a swimming pool.
Where this white light is the liquid.
Where this white light is the liquid.
Let it seep into every object.
Let it seep into every object.
And space in between.
And space in between.
And transform.
And transform.
All heaviness.
All heaviness.
To love.
To love.
All negativity.
All negativity.
To love.
To love.
Please fill me up.
Please fill me up.
With the White Light of Lemuria.
With the White Light of Lemuria.
And you can give it a time frame. You don't want it to always be there, but you could say, please keep it like a swimming pool, absorbing in it everything for 20 minutes. Let's go with 20 minutes today.
Yes.
The longest I've requested has been 2 hours. That's really all you need for a frickin' solid cleanup. So that's one way. You can call it to fill a space. You can have it fill your car. You can have it fill you. And it doesn't have to be in a water form, but I find that in my mind it feels extra solid and filling if I ask for it to come in a water. If I ask for a light to fill the same amount of room, it wouldn't work as fast for me as the water. And that might be a person-to-person thing. I'm maybe a weirdo. I don't know. Well, okay, I know. But I might be more of a weirdo than I think. We'll see. You guys kind of play with it. We use it a lot when there's stress. Oh, another good one, everybody. This time we're going to use it from our hands. So we call forth the White Light of Lemuria.
I call forth the White Light of Lemuria.
Amplify, amplify, amplify.
Amplify, amplify, amplify.
And you can say integrate and activate.
Integrate and activate.
For, say, your name's highest good. So I would say for Carissa's highest good.
For Susan's highest good.
And put your hands on your heart. And just see how it feels to give yourself that energy. As really it's coming in from your crown, going to your heart, going through each arm, and you're giving it to yourself, to every cell, to your heart. It's a beautiful energy, and I'd recommend anyone who's joined us in the middle here, if you're still with us, I recommend rewinding to the very beginning where you fully hear about the White Light of Lemuria and be able to get the activation. So, calming, beautiful. You can make waterfalls of it, pour
Yes.
down, light beams. Animals really love this energy. They respond well to the healing gentleness of it. It's strong and powerful, but it's very gentle at the same time. It's not invasive in the way in which it transforms negativity into light. It's almost like every cell in your body welcomes it, so it does not become challenging. It's not forceful.
Yes. And I ask that wherever you are, if you will anchor it in a tree near your home. The trees and the plants and flowers absolutely love it. And the trees, they will anchor it for you.
Yes, we found this out with our friend Martha Dewey. She works with the trees, and so together we all went around the tree, activated the White Light of Lemuria, kind of circled it, and then hugged it.
Yes.
And even one at a time, right? You can hug your tree. But the best part is, do you remember what happened after we activated the tree? What happened to everyone else?
Oh yeah, it went out through all of the roots of the tree, and it went out to all of the other trees. It just spread. It was like a beautiful web, and it just went on forever as far as I could see.
It was awesome because we felt it radiate from the one tree, and then it was whoosh, and we were surrounded as every other tree lit up. So it is great to do on trees.
Yes, every bush, every plant. It was a beautiful thing.
Every blade of grass.
Yes, every blade of grass.
But the trees help it reach all that distance through their beautiful root system, and the fungus system actually that connects the roots together. The little biology fact: fungus system is real. Look it up. I want to make sure we get everything. Normally we do teach this class in 2 hours, but for our Facebook we decided 1 hour was kind of the maximum we wanted to do it. And normally we have more people face to face that we can ask them how they're doing, and it's a little different.
Ask questions.
So if there are any questions, this would be a beautiful time to ask us, and we'll make sure that we are thinking of every way we use this energy. Really just wrapping yourself in it. The house. Yes. I do the house every day. The car. I'll send it to my children's school, although right now that's also the house. Yes. But when they have school, the school, hospitals, nursing homes.
I almost envision it when I'm putting it in different places as it's like fluffy clouds of light almost for me when I place it in.
And it'll hover and stay.
Yes, it'll hover and stay, and it radiates love and light. It's beautiful.
Yes, so explore with it. We found this energy can be used in a multitude of ways. I actually also, when we work in a session with somebody, when we remove trauma, sometimes we have to do what's called an extraction. So we'll see the trauma and we'll etherically or energetically go in and pull out whatever it was and give that up to the angels. But after the thing is gone, there's so much trauma. And so to me, it looks usually like a black tar. And you can pull it out or siphon it out. But among the techniques we use to pull it out, one of the best frickin' ways is using this light as a net. So you almost envision that the White Light of Lemuria, you can activate it in your hands and then pull it like a web net, like a fisher's net, but with the tiniest little holes, like almost impermeable. And you would just imagine it going into that wound and collecting all of that tar up and pulling it out with one swoop. And then we also give it to the angels or unicorns to transmute it then. But you can use that. You can use the net. You can just pull it through your whole field. So what you can do is imagine this net, and everyone who's at home, you can do it if you want to stand up right now. I'm not going to stand up, but I'm going to walk you through it. So I call forth the White Light of Lemuria.
I call forth the White Light of Lemuria.
Amplify, amplify, amplify.
Amplify, amplify, amplify.
And I ask you to become a net of light.
I ask you to become a net of light.
Now, throw the most of this net on the floor, but hold on to the two sides. And step into it. And then you can do it alone, or if you have angel guides, dragon guides. In general, the flying kind work good, or really tall ones. You can hand them some of the strings while you maintain two of them. And then you take a deep breath in, and you pull this white light through you, and it goes through every cell and every piece and every part, taking out what you don't need, the heaviness, the stress, illness, and then once it's out, we throw it up to the angels. And every single person actually has a huge ball of violet flame hovering above their, like right at their casual chakra, right above their heads. So we'll throw it into that too.
Yes. And just ask the archangels to take it. They're the ones who are there, and they're willing to take anything that we ask them, anything we put up into that ball of violet light.
Using the net can be really helpful if there's energy stuck somewhere. You can kind of go and pull it through and get it moving. So if you have knee aches, you can either just put your hands on your knees and blast it with the White Light of Lemuria, or you can pull a net through. Both of those really help. So it can have physical results. Using this energy, you can physically feel better if it's an energy blockage that was causing you pain, or if it's a part of your body that just needed a total release from stress to heal itself, which is most of how our body works. Our bodies are really amazing, and when we can take stress and extra trauma out of the circuit, out of the, there's a word and it's not coming to me, but if we just take it out of there, our bodies heal pretty miraculously. So use this for healing, use this for love. Give it to trees, give it to animals. You can literally envision sending it to the very core of Mama Earth, or to the entire human collective. We have a friend, Candace, who recently was guided to create a crystal stone on an altar, and that stone represents the human collective heart. So every day she's sending love and healing to the heart of the human collective, and I've been sending some as well. It's numerous ways. Feel free to comment later if you found new ways to use it, because it's endless. It is beautiful.
It is. Remember to always use it for yourself and your loved ones. It is a beautiful energy. And especially in this time, to help you relieve stress, just allow the White Light of Lemuria, just bathe in it.
Yes.
Every day. For a little bit of time, just to help alleviate all of the stress.
Mm-hmm. It just resets you to peace and calm and love. Thank you all for joining us. Thank you for those who haven't joined us yet but will join us later. Thank you all for being here and shining your light and making a difference and being beautiful.
Yes, thank you so much. We are grateful for you.
With much love.
Yes, much love to all of you.
And I don't see any more questions, so I'm going to go ahead and sign off here. If you've just signed in the last 10 minutes, please rewind to the beginning. We talk about the White Light of Lemuria and go through a full activation. We will be teaching classes on Zoom in the upcoming weeks that'll be similar to this. There will be a charge for those because we got to make a living, and we do some beautiful work. And in the Zoom classes, it will be a little different because you'll be able to turn voice on so you can ask us questions live. So if you're interested, keep looking on our page if you want to sign up for any classes. Yay. If not, use this energy, and I hope you feel empowered and beautiful, and I hope everyone cuddles in to their space like the safest shelter, and you weather all the storms until the rainbow comes.
Yes.
And on that note, goodbye.
Goodbye, all.